Hi, welcome to Native Born English. We're here for another lesson today, and I'm going to be teaching you about the ways to say yes. You're going to need to understand this to speak like a native speaker because you don't want to sound boring. There's so many times you hear someone in a restaurant, maybe they're visiting America, and the waiter says, "Yeah, well, would you like water?" "Yes." "Would you like a steak?" "Yes." "Would you like anything else?" "Yes." Don't sound like that. There's a lot of different ways you can say yes, and you need to get creative with these in order to sound more fluent and more like a native speaker. So here we go. Let's get into this. Yes is going to be affirmative because it's positive. Other things you can say is someone would say, "Hey, can you come over later and maybe bring over a movie?" You could say, "Yes," or you could say, "Yes, I can." You could say, "Yes, I will." They would say, "Would you like to do that?" You could say, "Yes, I would. I would like to come over later." You could also drop the yes off and just simply say, "I can." "Can you help me fix my car?" "I can." "Will you help me fix my car?" "Yes, I will," or simply, "I will." "Would you like to go to the movies?" "Yes, I would," or simply, "I would like to go to the movies." Other ways you could say it is, "Do you like to go snorkeling?" "I do." Or you could say, "Yes, I do." "Have you ever been snorkeling?" "Well, yes, I have." "Can you go snorkeling with me at 3 o'clock?" "Yes, I could." Or you could say "can" here. "Yes, I can." I would say "can." That sounds more how we say it here in the United States. It could be "yes, I could." But if they asked you, "Can you go?" you would say, "Yes, I can." It could also be, "Could you go?" "Yes, I could." So another way we say yes is just simply, "Sure." "Do you want to come snorkeling with me?" "Sure." Or you could say, "Why not?" "Would you like to go snorkeling?" "Well, why not?" "Would you like to go snorkeling with me at 3 o'clock?" "Sure thing." People would say, "Sure thing, buddy." "Sure thing, dude." Something like that. But another thing you're going to hear a lot of is "of course." "Of course." "Would you like to go snorkeling?" "Of course." Anything, of course, it's energetic. It's like, "Why would you ask me that?" "Well, yes, of course. Of course I would like to do that." Do you like to make money?" "Well, yes, of course." Something like that. It's more powerful. You could just say, "Yeah, do you like to make money?" "Yes." Or you could say, "Well, yes, of course. Of course I like to make money." You could also say what they just said and switch that back at them, just like that. "Do you like to make money?" "Of course. Of course I like to make money." You could do that. Also, "Would you like to go snorkeling with me?" "Yes, that would be great." Or you could say, "Would you like to go snorkeling with me?" "Yes, that sounds great." Or just "sounds great." Also, you could just drop it all off and just say "great." "Would you like to go snorkeling?" "Great." More so, people would say that like, you set it up. "So I'll meet you at the beach at 3 o'clock." You would say "great." "Great," because that's what you want to do. "Great." Some other ways that you can say yes, these are going to be more casual ways. You could use the term "exactly," and that's to agree with somebody. Someone could say, "Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this hot sauce on these chicken wings." And you could say "exactly." You're saying you agree with exactly what they're saying. It's a way to agree. Or you could say "absolutely." There's a lot of ways you could use this. Same way. This hot sauce is great on these chicken wings. What do you think? Absolutely. Would you like to come to the restaurant and eat chicken wings with me? You could say, absolutely, absolutely. It's kind of like, of course. It's a way to say, like, is there a question? Well, absolutely. Indeed is kind of, it's going to be more calm, but someone would say, oh, that was a great book. You could say, indeed. You could also use well with any of these. Well, exactly, or well, absolutely. Well, indeed. Precisely, same thing. Another way to agree with somebody. Someone says, oh, what did you think about that book? I thought it was a great book. You would say, precisely, or well, precisely. I would just say precisely with that one. These are very casual ways to say yes, and it's yep. Are you going to the store today? Yep. You could also just say, mm-hmm. There's not really a word for it, but you hear it a lot. Mm-hmm. It could also be used when people are talking, like, I'm listening to you. They're telling you a story and you're doing something else. You're sending a text message and they say, and they're rambling about whatever. You can just keep, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's like you're still listening to them. Or you could just answer, did you get your paycheck today? Mm-hmm, yep, mm-hmm. Now, these are casual. They're not for, that you wouldn't use them with maybe an authority figure. It's not something that's very respectful to say. Also, another one you could throw in, kind of like indeed, absolutely, precisely, you'd say naturally. People would say, oh, it's such a beautiful sunset. You'd say, well, naturally. Naturally. It's like, it's a given. It's of course. It's absolutely. It's exactly. It's precisely. So that'll give you a better a better vocabulary, better ways to say that. And then also, oh yeah, you can use oh yeah in a lot of different ways. Like, hey, do you want to go to the amusement park and ride some roller coasters? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Did you get your paycheck today? Oh yeah. It's like you're happy. Or you could also kind of form it in a question. Now, in a question, it's not really saying yes, but I put it here because you can use it in the way I showed you for excitement, but you could also use it as like, you know, get out of here. Like someone's telling you a story. I was downtown New York City in Times Square and Godzilla came down and knocked everyone down and knocked over a tower. Oh yeah? Like, really? Did he really do that? So you could use it that way as interjectively. You could use it that way too. That's kind of for a different lesson, but just throw that in there too. Or, I hear you. It could be, you could use that as yes also. Like, it's almost like you don't want to agree, but like if your mother told you, go clean up your room. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I know what you're saying and you're going to do it. You're saying yes, but you don't really want to do it. Also, if someone's telling a good story or, you know, you're like, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Like these people here are so rude. You could say, yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. It's agreeing. It's another way to say yes. Creative way to say yes. These are proper. You're going to use this with a professor, a police officer. If you get pulled over by a police officer and he says, now you listen to me. I want you to slow down. You're going to say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because it's being polite. You're showing him respect. And if it was a woman, you'd say, yes, ma'am. I've seen it spelled with 2 A's. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. you're standing under their authority. Also, you could hear a professor or something, you could say, hey, do I have your permission to miss the test on Saturday? And he might look at you and say, permission granted. That means yes, he's granting you the permission to miss the test. Also, this is kind of in conversation, in maybe an argument. You might not agree on something, and the response could be, say, well, hey, you know, I'm not going to be able to make the test. And he might look at you, the professor, and say, fair enough. Or you could say, well, fair enough. Well, fair enough. He just said yes. He said, you know, that could be fair. So basically, he's granting you permission. He's saying yes. He's not very happy with you, but it's fair enough. He agrees to it. So these are some ways to increase your vocabulary, some ways to sound more like a native speaker, and make sure you click subscribe to my channel, leave me some comments, make sure you like my video or maybe dislike my video and tell me why. So I'll catch you guys next time.